everybody? Welcome back. It's Joey again. You're watching VegasDtech, and today, guys, it is another Tech Talk Tuesday, and I have another e-bike review for you. And today, guys, we're going to be looking at the S4 by EUYBIKE. I gotta tell you, I've got a chance to spend 2 weeks with this bike, and it has been an absolute blast. This bike is loaded with all the features and options that you could want from a moped style motorbike. And you know what? We're gonna get into it with all the features, specs, reviews, and performance. But first, let's go ahead and show you what it took to put it together. We'll be right back. All right, so there it is, man. It's all assembled and done. Just a couple of small problems. You're gonna find the majority of the time that you spend is gonna be on the front end, trying to put together the little teeny screws up here in the handlebars, getting the brackets together for the headlights, and putting the bolt in for the front axle. That's gonna be the core of your time. I'm missing one small screw for the headlight over here in the front. I gotta look around. Maybe it's down here, maybe it's not. Maybe I just need to go buy one, but one small screw is missing. Otherwise, everything else is in place. And that's that, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quality on this, make sure everything is tight and proper and safe, and then we'll take it on out. I'll get it charged up and we'll give it a spin, see what it's all about. I'll see you guys out there. All right, guys, let's get into the specs. This bike comes loaded with so many things, man. I don't even know where to start. Look at my sheet, loaded. First of all, guys, it's got the 20x4 fat Kenda tires. Yes, it's made by the Kenda brand. Look at these new accents they've got in here. This is really nice little touch, man. Black spokes with the red popping out. Looks very, very awesome. So it does come with a rear dampener on it. It looks like it's one of those air adjustable ones. It does have the spring, and normally right here you could undo this little thing and add air to it. I'm not sure, I haven't messed with that. The way it's configured right now works absolutely wonderful. It does have front dual suspension, which is gonna include your damper and your preload. It has new upgraded 180 millimeter disc brakes. They were 160, and they have just upgraded the brand new versions to come out, and they're all out now with the 180 millimeter disc brake. They do come with Logan hydraulic brake systems right here, right down to the calipers, onto the 180 millimeter rotors. So the battery is 48 volt, 25 amp hours. So if you multiply 48 by 25, you'll get 1200, which is the potential watts that can go to this hub, which is rated at a 1000 watt hub motor. This bike can hold up to 400 pounds. Top speed, they say, is 28 miles an hour. We're gonna put that to the test and see what we get. Max torque on this is 96 Newton meters. And I gotta tell you guys, this bike has torque. Now, the next thing that's very beautiful about this bike is that it weighs butter light. It is 76 pounds with that big battery, 66 pounds without. As far as range is concerned, the company is claiming that you can get 40 to 45 miles if you just use throttle only, no pedaling. However, if you combined it with pedaling and throttle, they're saying that you can get anywhere between 70 to 75 miles per charge. Battery charge times on this are going to be between 9 to 10 hours. So if you completely deplete this guy here, you're going to take you about 9 to 10 hours to completely fill this thing back up again, full power. Rider recommended height for this, guys, is going to be between 5'7" and 6'5". I'm 6 feet, plenty of room for me. It does also come with this 48 volt LED headlight. We love these ones here, guys, because the brightness that it throws is absolutely wonderful. At night, you will not appreciate that more. Also comes with an LED integrated brake light. When you hit the brakes, the lights will come on. As far as the transmission, we're gonna have a Shimano 7-speed cassette with a Shimano Tourney TZ derailleur system, 7-speed thumb drive gear adjuster, headlight, horn, up and down arrows to switch your gears, mode select, and you're gonna have the S830 computer system. So anyways, guys, enough with specs. It's hot out here. Let's get riding. Let's show you what it can do. Let's take it out on the trails. So guys, this is all uphill right here. And no matter how much I try to pedal it, the motor is overriding my pedals. So we're cruising right now uphill at about 29.4 miles an hour. Now this bike is normally locked to about 20 miles per hour, which is going to be a class 2 e-bike. But with a couple of changes in the settings of the control panel, you can unlock it and give it the full 1000 watts and get this bike to go up to 30. I got it like 31 miles an hour the other day. But like I said, we're climbing here like a 4 degree path holding 22 miles an hour. And the one thing for sure, this bike has no problem in the torque department. I mean, what an extreme value you get for this bike right here, because I never have to worry about the torque. I never have to worry about the torque on these hills here. Whatever I see that needs to be climbed, that 1,000 watts is gonna be able to get me up on it. I put it to power assist level 5, and away you go. These are some heavy dips down here, and the suspension takes it no problem, guys. I haven't even messed with the setting on the suspension, but any of those dips, that would normally kill my back when I would hit them. With these here, it floats through these dips like butter. So right here, guys, we got a combination of up and down, and I'm hitting about 32 miles an hour with it unlocked. And here comes a major little dip right here. Look at that. No problem whatsoever. Almost 34 miles an hour, 31.6 averaging 32, 32.4, 33 miles an hour. Here comes another dip. No problem whatsoever, guys. I am loving this bike to death. It is my go-to bike right now. If you guys are riding in any kind of a commute to work within 5-6 miles of your house, you absolutely do not need to drive a vehicle when you could commute using an e-bike. Solid brakes. The new 180 millimeter braking system has these guys locking up smooth. Some of the other bikes that I've been using, I haven't been able to get the bike to skid, you know, but with the new 180 millimeter, I believe that on a bike this strong, if you're rolling around on a 1,000 watt e-bike, you're gonna need to be able to stop it. And those rotors should be a minimum of 180 millimeter. Speaking with the support team over at EUYBIKE, they let me know that all the new bikes have been modified to go to the 180 millimeter disc brakes. Nimble. The reason why I like these moped styles is because they're nimble. They're not as long as the regular cruiser bikes that I normally get sent. A lot of times the bike companies want me to review one of their big cruiser bikes, and I just tell them, nah, if you've got a smaller, you know, dirt bike style bike, I'd be interested more in reviewing them, because those bikes are more my type. They're easily flickable. I can ride them in paths like this. Because these are how the paths look like around my neighborhood. And if I'm riding the real big bikes, man, I'm not gonna be able to flick them that good and stay on these paths like I can with these little nimble e-bikes that are made like a moped. I can navigate through these small little areas a lot easier. Oh, soccer game. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna go ahead and go up to this overpass here, and it's got an 8-degree, or what roughly relates to between 12 and 14% incline, and we're gonna see how this guy goes from a dead stop. 14 to 16 miles per hour. And the second part of it, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so about 13 miles per hour coming up the 15% slope. And down the side here. Test the brakes. Absolutely, man. The double brakes make a big difference. Thank you so much for EUYBIKE for upgrading those brakes for us. Yes, sir. We are actually doing the skids now. All right, guys, here we go again. Let's check out the speed that we get. We're looking at a 12 to 15% incline here from a dead stop. Let's go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13.4, no problem. A little bit of a rolling start down here up the other side. Again, the same 12%. 10, 11, 12, 13, 13.6. No problems at all, guys. That's one of the big reasons why you want to make sure that you've got a decent amount of torque. To me, torque means more than overall top end speed. I don't really care to have an e-bike going over 30 miles an hour. I think anything around 20 to 28 miles an hour is absolutely fine, because you're gonna have a very difficult time stopping, and the bike becomes kind of skittish and unstable. And for a bicycle, I don't think bicycles were designed to go that fast unless it's one of those Cannondale type of Tour de France bikes. Those are made to go bullet fast, but on something like this, you really don't want to mess around and take it up that fast, because like I said, you got all kinds of things to navigate around. And I can't imagine, you know, trash cans, fences, poles like this. You clip one of your handlebars on something like that and you're whipping around doing 30 miles an hour. Guys, you are gonna be in for one messed up day, trust me. Back down to my favorite Gratitude Park. Guys, the e-bikes are so nice. Oh, look, a bunny. E-bikes are so beautiful to come out in the evening, guys, especially in the golden part of the day, which we're in right now, which is the last, what, 30, 45 minutes of the day before the sun sets. To be able to come out here and catch the last glow. I get a lot of people saying that e-bikes, you're not gonna get any real exercise from e-bikes, and I'm like, you know what, guys? It all depends on what your goals are. If you really want to exercise, you can set the pedal assist to minimum and exercise. But you know what? The more important thing is it gets you out of the house. It gets you willing to try. It gets you willing to get off your couch and come outside again. You know, many people do want to actually come outside and go biking, but they don't have the energy and they worry that it's going to be too much exertion for them. And these e-bikes help to get you reborn again. And this is why I push my mom and my dad to go out and e-bike with us. And I want everybody to get the opportunity to come back outside again. If you enjoy the outdoors and getting fresh air and sunshine, an e-bike may be perfect for you. So guys, to be absolutely honest, when you give a review, you know not everything is going to be chocolates and rainbows. There are going to be some things that could be improved and be made better, and that's the whole purpose of these companies supposedly giving these bikes out for actual users to review. And I'm going to go through a couple of things that I believe could actually be better. Number one here, guys, is going to be the seat. Okay, I once said it before, if the seat is not comfortable, I just refuse to ride on it. I mean, after about a quarter of a mile to a half mile of riding it, if this thing is too bumpy and that seat is so hard that it's just banging away on your butt and on your back, it's gonna make for an uncomfortable time. And if you can't get that seat adjusted just right to be comfortable, the whole experience is done. Now, this bike comes configured differently. This seat right here actually is something that I modified. It doesn't come this way. It generally will come with the seat up here, and then there's another extended seat that goes on the back for like a passenger. The only problem that I have is that my butt wants to tend to hit right in the middle of that crack. I can't ride up too close here, because if I do, then I'm squished and I don't feel comfortable, I'm cramped. And if I go too far back, then my hands are just too far out and I can't reach the handlebars, and it just doesn't feel comfortable. So the perfect seating position is going to be right in the middle of that crack. But it's very uncomfortable for me to ride that way. So what I've done is I just eliminated the back seat, and I was able to just move this seat back into the area that I like it. And thankfully enough, there are some brackets right in here where the factory holes are, that the seat actually goes in with screws. And it was just simple enough for me just to move it back into the position that I wanted. Two of the holes actually lined up. I had to pilot another hole down below, and I just attached them down below, very quick and easy, nothing too drastic. And now I've got the seat in exactly the position that I want for comfortable. I took it for an 11-mile up and an 11-mile ride back the other day. My butt was nice and happy, and you know what? I love a bike that's got a lovely seat. So that's my number one gripe. Number two gripe is going to be the kickstand. The problem with a lot of these kickstands is that you try to maneuver the bike around. When you move the bike back, it gets to a point where it hits that, and then you can't move it no more. And you know, some of the newer bikes, they've moved the pedal to this area right here, kind of backing out of the way to where this thing can free. So maybe if the pedal was mounted like right here, you would be able to click out and then click back, and it wouldn't hit in here. So that was like my number two gripe. Number three gripe is going to be, I don't know if you guys actually heard it when I was riding around on the street. You could hear the front rotor making that noise. And what that is if the rotors are slightly out of warp, what's going to happen is that the rotor is going to be running against the caliper brake pads, and at high RPM, it makes that really whiny sound. So it's just a slight warpage. There is a pretty much easy way to fix it. You flip the bike upside down, and I just spin the wheel, and I put a little magic marker onto the rotor, and where it turns black, I just have to gently push back on it until eventually that noise goes away. It's just a minor little gripe, but those are basically the only things that I have to request that you guys look out for. Otherwise, guys, this bike has been an absolute fun machine, and it's my go-to machine right now. So anyways, guys, that's everything I've got for you on the EUYBIKE S4. If you like this type of a bike and you want to make a purchase, a link to this bike is down in the description. Follow the website. I believe right now this bike was $16.99, and it's on sale right now for, I believe, $13.99. Have a look and see for yourself. But for the value, guys, I got to tell you, for what you're getting with all the specs, with the performance that you saw, with the upgraded brakes, with the hydraulic brake system, with the range and the power, with the 1,000 watts of power, with the torque and the speed, I was easily getting 30 miles per hour on it, which is absolutely the most that I'm ever going to need riding this bike. And it's been a blast, guys. The seating position has been very comfortable for me. Would I recommend it? I really would. I would recommend this bike, guys. So guys, this is the S4 made by EUYBIKE. If you like this bike and you want to pick one up for yourself, a link to this bike is down in the description. However, if this is not the type of bike for you, stay tuned. Another review is on the way, and maybe I will be able to finally find one bike that fits your style. So guys, that's all I have for you. It's Joey again. You're watching VegasDtech on Tech Talk Tuesday. I will catch you guys in the next review. You guys be well. I'll catch you guys again now.